scene. Casey is on the phone to her mother. Yes, Mom. Casey's been out for, Ken's been out for hours with his cart, hunting cans of newspapers. He got the fear of God put in him when I told him I was going to call the police on him. Oh, I gotta hang up. Jana's come. Jana comes in. She's got an envelope. She sits down and she puts her hand over her eyes. She's crying. So Casey comes and sits by her and pats her a little bit. Oh, Casey, I just met the welfare office and they said I have to get a doctor's excuse or, you know, saying I can't work.
I'll give an excuse.
Or I can get...
I'm a doctor.
Can't get welfare. But I just don't know if the doctor's going to believe me if I say I can't work.
I don't believe anything.
Just then, Rhea enters.
Ooh, sorry about that.
Mom,
I had to cough.
I borrowed a car so I could come and get some of my stuff. Mom, have you been crying? Oh, yeah, a little bit. I had to go to the welfare office just to be recertified. I got to have another doctor say that I'm disabled. That part of the welfare worker probably thought I was losing it. You know, doctors would just rather cut off their left arms before they'll give you a medical excuse. That last doctor, I asked him, he said, "You're not disabled." And I said, "But I am too. I could hardly walk in here." He says, "If you can't walk," I said, "you can't work." Well, what do the doctors think you've got anyway? Well, you just don't have a test for it. I just think I'm plain worn out, you know. On the farm, if you run your horses too hard and work them too much, they just burn out. I think that's what I got. Burnout. All I know is if I work hard enough to keep a job, I start feeling like I'm going to die in about 10 minutes. Casey says, "Well, you should be able to get Social Security." I've been turned down 3 times. If I didn't have kids now, you know, so I do qualify for welfare, I'd be out in the street pushing a cart. But I do have to work if I got kids and I can't get a medical excuse. And if I can't work, oh, don't worry, I'll get this. If I have to throw myself down on the floor and scream and holler in that office. She goes off to the bedroom. Everybody always argues over it. She's really sick enough to not work. I'm so sick of this. Well, it's too bad, you know, because she's not in a wheelchair like my mom. Did Ken's check come? No, it's over a month now. I'm worried now that your mother's just not going to be able to hold up until we can leave. Well, tell Ken he's got to leave every day. I will. I don't think he's going to try any of those tricks again. He's gotten too much trouble. Are you still planning on leaving him? I'm afraid I'm going to have to. I just can't relate to him as a husband. I was just thinking the other day, you know, maybe that one reason why you married Ken was because he did have the mind of a child. And he wasn't as threatening to you, you know, after what happened to you when you were like little. You're talking about the rapes. Oh, yeah, is it okay? If I talk about it, I mean, I know you just told a few people. I don't want my mom to know about this. She suffered enough. I just told you, your mom, and Ken. Well, it's terrible that you quit school because of it when you're just 10 years old. in all those years that we lived next door to you, I could never figure out why you were a dropout at 10 years old. I hated to stay home in school. It was so boring. Well, I started to develop, bus when I was 10. I just couldn't handle all the boys, cocking it. Oh, well, thank God I was only molested, but I did have to go to court and testify against the guy, which was pretty bad for a 6-year-old. There was so much scar tissue down there, the doctor said I could never get pregnant. I guess he was a fool. Well, one good thing about Ken, he doesn't drink, so he's not violent. Oh, he's tried drinking. Anybody can lead him, do anything, but he knows I'd disappear for good if he even touched alcohol. I remember puzzling for years why nobody could get you to ride a bus. Oh, there's lots of bad guys riding the bus that might rape the women and the kids. But once I loosened up and started talking about, the rape 15 years later, you couldn't get me out the bus. I even went to live in the street so I could protect myself no matter what I was. But I don't want my mom to know because it's family, so... Oh, I know. Well, that's what, us women have got to do to survive. Just then, Ken opens the door and he's sobbing and crying just like a 5-year-old. What's the matter, Ken? What's wrong? I lost the $5 I made gathering cats and newspapers on the bus. I lost it. It's the most I ever made with the cats. Casey, I was afraid you'd get mad at me. You wouldn't live with me anymore. Oh, it's okay, Ken. She puts her arm around him. It's all right. You couldn't help it if you lost it. Don't cry. Don't cry.